verbal about their opinion on it, and a lot of people have some questions. So I talked to Rob Cuff this morning. He was on my morning show on KSBC and asked him just that question, what's going on, and he made some really good points about the future of Wasatch Academy and where they're going to be in two-way baseball, two-way basketball, and two-way sports in general. He said the Wasatch Academy actually approached the state, the Utah High School Activities Association, and informally, not formal, but asked what the possibilities were for them to move up to 4A or 5A even and play in the bigger classifications. And they were told that in order to do that, you have to move up in every single sport in the school, and Wasatch Academy wasn't ready to make that commitment, so they haven't filed the formal request to do so. But they are in the process and have filed a formal request to go independent. And that is where it's at right now, as we may see Wasatch Academy not be in a classification at all and not be affiliated with the Utah High School Activities Association next year. And they'll still play Utah schools, but they'll have the opportunity basically to play anyone they want. And at the end of the season, instead of being involved in a state tournament like this one, they would find themselves in a national tournament somewhere. And I think a lot of people kind of like that, including Wasatch Academy.
Well, it's kind of a parallel to BYU, you know. They went independent. People say they couldn't do it without a conference. You know, they don't have a tie-in to a specific bowl championship series, but it's worked out okay for BYU. Maybe, you know, Wasatch will do okay in that same venue. But I'll tell you one thing. Wasatch is going to come out tonight and play hard. Whether you disagree or agree with Coach Parsons' decision to hold the ball the entire quarter in the last game, the one thing it did that nobody will disagree with is it sparked that debate.
It started the discussion.
It brought the discussion, and I think that's what Coach Parsons was trying to do is bring that to a forefront. So I think, you know, I think you'll see a little bit of spark from both these teams here, but tough mountain to climb for the Rams tonight.
Yes, it is. They're going to have their hands full because Wasatch Academy, a very talented team, but you know what? So is South Sevier. They have really grown into themselves as the season has gone on. We've seen some great plays. We saw earlier on in the tournament to get South Sevier to this point. How about Trevor Jones really leading this team? He's done a fantastic job averaging 15 points per game. But you know what I love about South Sevier that we saw from them earlier on in the tournament, especially when they played Parowan yesterday. Parowan did a really good job of shutting down Trevor Jones. It wasn't his best game. I don't even know if he scored double digits. I think he was held to single-digit scoring. But South Sevier as a team pulled together, and a lot of other kids stepped up, and it was good to see that.
Yeah, you see Slate Blackburn come off the bench for 16, you know, and that bench is widened. But, you know, South Sevier has a lot of weapons offensively. And Duke, you hit it on the head because we watched South Sevier earlier. We've seen this kind of, you know, team evolve. And early, boy, they struggled a little bit in these games, but boy, they put it together. And at the start of the season, I think a lot of people would have said that South Sevier would not be here in the semifinal game tonight.
The tournaments have shaken up that way in a lot of ways. It's your Snow College pregame show. We're going to take a break from it right now. Snow College ranked 6th in the nation in graduation rates according to CNN Money magazine. Start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. We'll continue your Snow College pregame show with 5 minutes to go before opening tip-off back here in 2 minutes.
Voted best of state for private schools in the state of Utah for 2 consecutive years, Wasatch Academy's student body represents 36 countries and 28 states. Has your student decided what to do this summer? Benefit from Wasatch Academy's distinctive combination of summer program offerings. Raft the Grand Canyon during our Nature Riders course. Make your own film in the International Filmmaking Symposium. Study robotics and computer game design. Or create your own music in the Studio Music Production class. Wasatch Academy, pioneering teaching and learning since 1875. Visit wasatchacademy.org.
Are you tired of your old, dirty, smoky, inefficient wood-burning stove? Then now is the time to take advantage of huge promotions on all wood and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning are taking old stoves out of service and offering customers that you up to $300 towards the purchase of a new stove or fireplace. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning in Mount Pleasant. Give them a call, 462-3152. That's 462-3152.
Tom Dykes Insurance and Appraisal in Mount Pleasant is your trusted independent agent who can shop for the best rates from Hartford, Progressive, Travelers, Safeco, and many others. You'll find the same excellent service and friendly staff to help with home, auto, and fire coverage. Tom Dykes Insurance also provides real estate service. They can appraise your property and offers FHA-approved appraisals. Tom Dykes Insurance and Appraisal, 590 South State in Mount Pleasant. Call 462-2844. That's 462-2844. The Mount Pleasant City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Wasatch Academy Tigers this sports season. They would like to wish the team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition in molding the future leaders of the world. Mount Pleasant City wants all involved to know they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Tiger sports booster. Mount Pleasant City, go Tigers!
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center and your Snow College pregame show. Duke Dan's Curtis Marsh with you at the SBC in Richfield as we get ready for the final semifinal matchup of the day in the two-way boys bracket between the South Sevier Rams and the Wasatch Academy Tigers. We're about 2.5 minutes away from your starting lineups and opening tip-off in this game. Snow College. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. That's snow.edu. Curtis, let's go ahead and recap what's happened in the bracket so far today for the boys. In the consolation rounds, Emory defeated Merritt in the first game. So Emory advances and will play again tomorrow. And then a heartbreaker for Gunnison. Parowan beat the Bulldogs in double overtime by 4. So Parowan will advance to play Emory tomorrow morning. But what a disappointing tournament for Gunnison. They had so much high hopes. They had such a great season inside of the region, and then to come in and lose 2 games in a row inside the tournament, just a heartbreaker for them.
Well, and they played for the championship last year.
Yeah,
Gunnison did. And
they did.
And played Wasatch well. But, it kind of got away from them in the second half, and I think, it can kind of just get you down. They didn't play real well tonight, didn't shoot the ball as well. Parowan, who went 6 for 27 from three-point range against South Sevier the night before, shot much better tonight.
The other game just ahead of this one that went into overtime, that's our late start to the game, which hasn't started yet because we had 2 overtimes in that one game, and then an overtime against South Summit and Enterprise. But Enterprise won, and so they will be in the state championship game tomorrow, which will be at 7 o'clock. South Summit drops down to the consolation championship game at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And the winner of this game between South Sevier and Wasatch Academy goes on to play in the state championship with Enterprise. The loser will play South Summit in the consolation championship. Hey, and some big news for the 2A girls as well as the brackets are all set. North Sevier has advanced to play in the state championship game. You ask anybody who is going to be in the state championship, a lot of people may have said Enterprise in the girls. I don't think anybody picked North Sevier, and Lexa Larson was just elated. They played South Sevier. It was a great game. North Sevier came away on top, and they're in it.
Boy, battle of wolves.
Yeah,
the Enterprise Wolves and North Sevier. And, I'll tell you, Lexa, a lot of respect for Lexa Larson and her staff. I'll tell you, she's got a tenured staff of assistants there. And, boy, what they've done with those girls to get them here. And I'll tell you, I can be a little impartial tomorrow. I'm South Sevier's. I wanted South Sevier to advance, obviously, but I think I'm going to be a North Sevier Wolf fan tomorrow.
We're going to be cheering for the local team in North Sevier. Good luck to them tomorrow. South Sevier will have Gunnison in the consolation championship, so it's Lady Rams and the Lady Bulldogs tomorrow. That's going to be at 1:20 for the girls consolation championship, and that's going to be a fascinating game as well. Some Central Utah teams going to be playing in that one. That game, hopefully, will be it will be broadcast on one of our stations for sure. So now we're ready to get this game underway. That's going to wrap up your Snow College pregame show, and the Wasatch Academy Tigers and the South Sevier Rams are going to square off for the opportunity to face off in the state championship game against Enterprise. That's going to wrap up your Snow College pregame show. Duke Dan's Curtis Marsh. We're going to send it back for a quick 30-second break, and your starting lineups right after this.
Basement, I don't think this is working out.
Working out? What do you mean?
I'm moving to Snow College.
You're what?
I need to be somewhere more affordable than this.
I don't understand. What could be more affordable than living in your parents' basement?
Even with the cost of tuition, school fees, and housing, it's still less expensive than driving to the local university. A better education with a great on-campus experience.
Can we just talk about this? Just wait.
Basement, I found where I belong. See ya.
No.
125 years of excellence at snow.edu.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
Back to the Sevier Valley Center. It's time to get to your starting lineups. First, we'll go ahead and do the designated visiting team, which is the Wasatch Academy Tigers. Starting lineups brought to you by Zions Bank in Richfield.
And for South Sevier, coached by Coach Rhett Parsons, they're going to start number 2, Alex Baker. He's a junior guard. The only senior on the lineup, number 3, Bo Gentry. He's also a guard. Trevor Jones, number 10. He's a junior guard. The big guys down low, Garrett Peterson, number 14. He is a junior. And another junior rounding out the starting 5, Colton Bigelow, number 20 for South Sevier.
Starting lineup for the Rams brought to you by GP Curtis Trucking. Your starting lineup for the Wasatch Academy Tigers brought to you by Wasatch Academy. Number 5, Cody John, a 6'3 guard junior. Number 22, Gino Luscondo, a 6'3 guard senior. Number 24, Colby McEwen, a 6'3 guard sophomore. Number 33, Alex Baptiste, a 6'7 center senior. And number 34, Youssef Muhammad, a 6'9 center senior. Starting lineup for the Tigers brought to you by Centricom Channel 10, sponsoring the broadcast. Height advantage for Wasatch, always is. Going up for the opening tip-off is going to be 6'9 Youssef Muhammad for Wasatch Academy, and it's going to be Colton Bigelow at 6'2 for the South Sevier Rams. Official step center court, ball up in the air, and it's batted around. Before he can throw it up, they're going to do a mulligan on that. It's up. South Sevier. Nope, Wasatch Academy gets the opening tip, and they have the opening possession. We are underway in the final semifinal game of the evening. South Sevier, Wasatch Academy. Wasatch will throw the ball inside, kick it back outside. Baptiste, quick 3 off the back rim, no good. Elevating for the rebound, way up high was Kobe McEwen. Comes back out, goes to Baptiste. Around the arc they go. Here's Cody John, left side in the wing, dumps it out to Muhammad. Spins around, good post move, able to get the easy 2 points.
Kind of gave that little fake to the inside, drop step down to the baseline, and Colton Bigelow was no match there.
Wasatch is going to come out in a full court press right off the bat. South Sevier able to break it. Across half court they go. Bigelow able to find TJ. Alex Baker, rather. Baker loses the handle of the basketball, thrown away by Cody John. He goes up and is fouled by Bo Gentry on the other end. And Wasatch Academy is going to have Cody John on the line for 2 here. And I think Wasatch Academy is going to play some tough defense if it's going to be like that.
They are, and they're going to call that a foul before the shot, just out of bounds for the Tigers.
Wasatch will inbound here. Quick inbound play and an easy look. Layup is in and good. Kobe McEwen on the bucket. And Wasatch will stay in the man-to-man full court press up by 4.
And every made basket, they get to put that trap on.
Garrett Peterson able to get it to Trevor Jones across half court. Trevor loses the handle, stolen away from behind. In transition, back the other way. Easy finger roll layup. Gino Luscondo for 2, 6-0. South Sevier down the court, able to break the press, able to get to Bigelow. Peterson, right wing, now the offense. For the first time for South Sevier will have a chance to set. TJ drives in, gets caught up against the big 6'9 Youssef Muhammad, and he is fouled by Muhammad, goes down, and South Sevier will inbound from the baseline here. Nope, Trevor Jones is going to go line for 2. Let's say it's on the shot.
And Muhammad, I mean, he's got 8 inches on him. Didn't need to make that contact with the body. Could have blocked that shot without getting that close.
Free throw was good by TJ. That's going to put South Sevier on the board. 6:40 to play in the first. 6-1 Rams. Score check brought to you by Centricom Channel 10. One more for Jones. Up, off the front rim, no good. Muhammad on the board. Here come the Tigers. Quickly down the court. McEwen dumps it off, able to find Baptiste. Baptiste straight down the gun and drives it in.
They're going to take that away. That's an offensive foul.
Coming up off the bottom was Trevor Jones. He drew the charge.
What a great effort. You see him barreling down 50 miles an hour, and he just stood his ground.
Wasatch remains in the man-to-man full court press. South Sevier is going to inbound.
2-2-1 full court press by the Tigers.
Yeah, they go into the trap. Trevor Jones able to get it to Bigelow. Bigelow to Peterson. Drives in, comes out. Trevor can't get the 3 off. Goes back to Peterson. Now the reset, Bo Gentry. Baker, left wing, clock at 6:16. Baker drives in, finds an open seam, but can't get the shot. Had a good look, too strong though. Rebounded by Wasatch, quickly down the court. Hit it over, McEwen for 3, left corner, too strong, no good. Ball's loose, tracked down by Wasatch Academy. It's 6-1 Tigers.
Boy, they're just quick in that corner as Luscondo kind of ran down the loose ball.
Cody John with the basketball now for Wasatch Academy. Into the wing, launches a deep 3, and it's short, no good. Colton Bigelow pulls it in.
Talk about deep, that was Jimmer Fredette deep. That was 8 yards deep.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Wasatch Academy. They'll continue to put on the tough pressure D. And it's 6-1. 5:43 to play in the first period. Scoreboard glance brought to you by Terry Brothers Excavating. Wasatch Academy basketball. Try to go inside, batted around by South Sevier, knocked out of bounds. South Sevier basketball.
What a nice hustle play by Trevor Jones. Got over there in the corner with Luscondo and just kind of forced it off his leg.
So now South Sevier will have the full court to go again against the Wasatch pressure. Bo Gentry in the backcourt, dumps it off to Peterson in the front court, across the timeline, back to Baker. 5:27 in the first. Baker in the left front court, holds the basketball, now dribbles, bounces to Trevor. Trevor, open look for three, and it's just off the mark, no good, but rebounded by Bigelow, kick out. Trevor drives in, pulls up the layup, and that one's not going to be good, but knocked out of bounds by Wasatch Academy, and Trevor Jones is going to, South Sevier is going to keep it on their end of the court.
Boy, and it's a tough profession to be a cameraman for the Reaper down that time as Kobe McEwen kind of mowed him over down there taking that
pretty
shot.
Close. Bet that was a good picture. Inbound to Bigelow on the baseline. Goes up and blocked by Muhammad. Here comes Cody John and the Wasatch Academy Tigers. Crossover in the lane. Stop, whistle on the floor. It's going to be against Trevor Jones.
Boy, if they're going to call it that close, it's going to be a long night for South Sevier.
5 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, and it stopped there. Still 6-1. South Sevier has kept Wasatch off the boards for about a minute. They've been scoreless. Inbound play to Muhammad. Work around to McEwen. Clock hits 5 minutes. Wasatch Academy will set the offense and run a play here. Cody John baseline drives in, dumps it over to Muhammad. Muhammad loses the basketball, goes up, and a jump ball called. Muhammad got tied up with Colton Bigelow. What a play by Bigelow.
Yeah, good job by Colton. This is as good as a turnover. The possession goes South Sevier.
So the Rams get the basketball back. Still no field goals for the Rams with 4:51 to play. Just a free throw is all they've got. Trailing 6-1 against the Tigers. Long, deep pass, able to get it to Peterson across half court. Back to Baker in the front court. Right side. Baker will have the dribble. Spins around, comes back, looking around, gets a good crossover, and then dumps it off to Bigelow, and a foul is going to be called. Wasatch Academy will get the hold on Baker.
Cody John for the foul, his first. Third team foul on the Tigers.
Foul check brought to you by Monroe City Power. 2 team fouls for Wasatch Academy. Bigelow a long jumper, no good. Box out rebound by Baptiste. Here comes McEwen and the Tigers. Stutter step, drive in, kick out. John fakes a three, now goes. Able to find McEwen in the right side corner. That one's in and out, no good. Threes aren't falling right now for the Wasatch Tigers.
They're not, and Cody John just draws a crowd. Able to kick that into the corner for a good look for Wasatch. They come up empty.
So the Rams are still holding on. Bigelow to Jones, has it swatted out, ball's loose, Tigers have it. Wasatch with numbers in transition. John down low, shot up, good, and a foul. Cody John, he makes it look so easy. He's already committed to a D1 school, and he's going to the line for the and one.
Boy, no look pass by Luscondo as he kind of looked it off and then came back on the left side to Johns. Great body control by Cody Johns.
4 minutes midway through the first period, and now South Sevier's trailing by 7. 8-1 your score, and Cody John, arguably one of the not only better players in 2A, but statewide in Utah.
Slate Blackburn in for the South Sevier.
Free throw is good, 9-1 your current score. Here comes Bo Gentry with the basketball for the Rams, able to bounce it to Trevor, over to Peterson. Peterson loses the handle. Trevor Jones picks up the dribble though, and he has it down low, but stolen away by Wasatch Academy. Tigers in transition the other way. McEwen drives in, stutter step, shot up, good.
Boy, I don't know how he made that shot. Contact. Gentry stood his ground, but that was kind of a circus shot, kind of a little hook jump shot.
Wasatch gets the steal. Cody John puts it up, no good. Wasatch rebound, putback is in. And just like that, Tigers are rolling up 13-1.
Luscondo cleans up the miss with a off-the-glass rebound shot.
Slate Blackburn comes in. He has the ball baseline, goes up for the shot, nothing. Blocked by Muhammad. Back the other way is McEwen, and it's no good on the layup. South Sevier gets the rebound. Baker pulls it in. So the Rams get the ball back.
13-1. 3-minute mark, and South Sevier is going to take a timeout.
We'll take it along with them. 3:08 to play in the first. Tigers 13, Rams 1. We'll be back in a minute.
Centricom High-Speed Internet presents things you wish would happen faster. Your kids getting ready in the morning. The workday. And payday. At Centricom, we can't make payday come any faster, but when it does come, we can help you manage that money faster with high-speed internet service. We can't make the workday faster, but we can make it easier with blazing speeds for the office. And as for the shower? Yeah, good luck with that. Visit Centricom.com for more information. With Centricom, everything works better.
your source for high school sports.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Coming out of the South Sevier timeout, Wasatch Academy on top by 12 with 3:08 to play in the first. 13-1 is your score. 3 fouls for each team.
Well, South Sevier's doing a good job initially on this break, and right now Wasatch is going to pull back into a 2-3 zone. But it's the secondary passes that have kind of caused South Sevier to turn the ball over.
Rams have it now. They have it in the front court. Bo Gentry goes to the right side to Peterson. Winner of this game is in the state championship match against Enterprise tomorrow night. South Sevier being patient on offense. Still holding the ball, passing it around to the front court. Left side is Baker. Wants to go back to Gentry and does. Clock hits 2:36. Not a lot of movement on the offense. Now they go right wing. Here comes Gentry. Launches a 3 off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Trevor Jones. Put back no, but they're going to push off. They're going to say Trevor pushed on that rebound, which he did, and it's going to be Wasatch basketball.
That's going to be the second on Trevor. Bigelow back in. Garrett Peterson takes a break for South Sevier.
2:27 to play in the first. 13-1, again your score. Wasatch Academy on top, and with the basketball, McEwen comes across half court. Goes to John left side, lob into Muhammad, back to McEwen. John left, same thing, lob into Muhammad. Muhammad will travel. But no, they're going to say he put. He lowered his shoulder, it looks like, and just pushed the offensive foul.
Well, you know, you can get a big guy away from the basket, make him put it down on the ground, and a lot of times you can force him into a turnover.
2:10 to play now. Wasatch comes back out into the half-court trap. South Sevier able to break it, but getting caught up is Blackburn. Blackburn trapped in the corner, loses the basketball. Cody John for Wasatch down the court, and he travels at no foul.
Bo Gentry on the reaching foul. Cody Johns will shoot 2.
They'll put him on the line. 13-1 to play in the first still. 2 minutes to go.
For the quickness of the Tigers in that trap, if you're going to put that ball down and dribble, you know they're going to take it every time.
No, they won't put John on the line. They'll call the.
They're going to call it down. That's right.
Call it on the court. So Wasatch will inbound here, as Dyson Heath will make an appearance in the game. Coming for Bo Gentry, who just picked up a second whistle.
So South Sevier without a senior on the floor, all sophomores and juniors.
Gino Luscando will inbound. Goes to McEwen, who launches a 3 and hit it. There it is.
What a tough shot in the corner, in the coffin corner over here. 16-1 Wasatch.
1:51 to play in the first. South Sevier trailing by 15. Ball movement gets him across half court. Heath in the right wing. Back to Trevor. Jones will have the dribble. Bounces down low. Getting up is Blackburn. Now kick out. Open look for 3. No, Baker closed in on him, so he drives in. Blocked for the foul. Muhammad went up high. Got the block. Made body contact.
Yeah, he's got a foot on Alex. Alex drives into Muhammad. Alex is what, 5'8", being generous.
Yeah, I've got him at 5'9". What the Deseret News had him at.
Yeah, they kind of pad these a little bit, but I'll tell you, you can't measure this young man's heart, and it is big. And I'll tell you, you know, his dad told me before the game, they're glad he's not 6'7", 215, because he'd be in the emergency room all the time, as hard as he goes after it.
Alex is going to miss the first free throw. He does get another one as Muhammad checks out of the game. Coming in for him is August Navikas. They go from 6'9" to 6'4". Baker will miss the second free throw as well. Luscando is going to get the rebound. Wasatch Academy basketball still up 16-1. Long, deep 3 from Kobe. McEwen is no good. Baker will track down the long rebound. 1:23 to play in the first. Baker takes the dribble across half court, then has the steal. Nope, a foul going to be called against Gino.
15 foul on Wasatch. And you know, if you're going to stop that pressure, one way to stop it is to make a defensive stop. You know, if anytime you got to take that ball out of the basket, gives Wasatch a chance to set up that trap.
Alex Baker with it in the backcourt for South Sevier. Able to find Dyson Heath across half court. Heath picks up the dribble, dumps it off to Blackburn. Blackburn comes around left side, top floor now. Over to Bigelow. Ball movement has Jones down low. Shot up, foul, no. Block call, but Trevor Jones going to the line for 2.
Boy, good move that time by Trevor. Kind of got in there and challenged Navikas.
A good ball movement to get Jones the open look on the drive.
They're going to give that foul to Cody Johns, his second. He's over here having a friendly discussion with our official.
Trevor Jones to the line for 2 shots for South Sevier. 16-1 is your current score. Rams trying to get back on the board, and boy, the free throws just aren't going. Trevor is able to hit one from his first trip to the line, but missed that one.
Boy, they missed 3 in a row from the foul line.
Jones, another look. That one doesn't go either. So it's still 16-1. Under a minute to play in the first. Cody John the other way. Gets an open look and lobs it in on the layup.
Yeah, I thought he was going to dunk that ball and decided for the finger roll.
18-1 now. South Sevier. Baker to Blackburn. Blackburn's going to drive in angle, dish it off, bat it around, knocked it out of bounds, and stays with South Sevier down low. Tigers will
Slate would have been better off trying to get that shot off.
He drove in angle and tried to dump it off under the basket.
16 points off the bench for Slate in yesterday's game against Parowan.
Inbound play, knocked around, out of bounds, last touched by Kobe McEwen. And it's going to stay with Wasatch stay with South Sevier rather.
You play a team with speed that when you have a speed deficit against a team, it makes you hurry your shots. It makes you alter your normal shot projection. And all those things hurt field goal percentage.
Rams go to TJ, top of the court, has the dribble, picks it up, goes behind it to Dyson Heath, 30 seconds. Now bounce to the top of the key to Trevor. Loses it at the free throw line. Trevor dives for it, saves the basketball, goes to Peterson. Open look for 3 on a crossover. Doesn't go. McEwen on a rebound. Kobe McEwen with 18 seconds. Down to Cody John. Squares up. 3, left wing, high off the rim, no good. Wasatch rebound, putback is there. The board and a bucket for Gino Luscondo. 8 seconds to play.
Boy, and South Sevier had a chance to get that rebound. Luscondo just jumped higher and went right over the top.
Trevor Jones, 3 at the buzzer, no good. Off the back rim, and that's going to take us to the end of 1. It's 20-1. Wasatch Academy over South Sevier. We'll take a 1-minute break.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Stay in the game with the Emory Telcom Triple Play. Catch all the action with Emory Digital TV. Tons of sports channels, plus TiVo DVR to watch games on your schedule. Track your teams and check out video highlights with extreme internet speeds up to 40 megs. Plus, talk sports all you want with Emory Telcom phone with unlimited local calling. Get the winning combination. Call or click EmoryTelcom.com today for the Triple Play Bundle.
WasatchAcademy.org.
Live high school sports action on
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Duke Dan's Curtis Marsh with you as this semifinal game has reached the second period. And Wasatch Academy's built a good lead up to 19. Current score, Curtis, it's 20-1.
Well, in South Sevier, you can't miss foul shots against a good team. That's one time you shoot a foul shot, it doesn't matter how big they are, how fast they are. It's a 15-foot shot. You got to hit those.
Wasatch will have the basketball to open up the second period.
They're going to bring in Andrew Fletcher into the lineup for the Tigers.
Fletcher has the basketball on the left wing. He's going to give it up to Cody John. John will dump it off. Ball batted around. South Sevier gets the steal.
Yeah, Trevor Jones got a hand on it, tripped it up, and cleaned up by Garrett Peterson.
South Sevier Wasatch Academy will back out of the full court press. Dyson Heath across half court for the Rams. 7:32 to play in the second. Heath bounces to TJ. TJ top of the court. Comes over to the right side, working against Cody John. Back to Bo Gentry. Gentry drives in, angle, kick out. Peterson. Nothing for him. Back to Trevor. Trevor spinning around, free throw line. Gets into the paint, comes back out, rid of the basketball, stolen away by Wasatch Academy. Gino Luscondo, another note, Kobe McEwen on the steal, and he's due to the other end for the easy 2-point layup, 22-1.
Yeah, there's nothing Trevor Jones could do with 2 fouls. Kind of had to let McEwen go in for the finger roll.
7 minutes to play in the second. Time check brought to you by Beck's Home Furnishings and Sanpete Valley Realty. As a whistle is given to Andrew Fletcher from Wasatch Academy. He pushed. So we get the contact foul against him, and that'll be 1-on-1 shooting for Bo Gentry. Back to the line are the Rams with the 17th foul from Wasatch Academy.
Bo usually a pretty solid foul shooter.
Free throw that time again missed, but a rebound by Bigelow. Bigelow kicks it out to Peterson. Trevor Jones now with it, drives in back to Peterson. Stolen by John, and John loses the handle on it. It's going to stay with South Sevier, but another missed free throw for the Rams.
Yeah, and that one was a one-on-one, so...
Trevor Jones to inbound, goes up top, and it's easily taken away by Navikas to John, back the other way, and the shot is good and made by Gino Luscondo.
24-1, the Tigers back in their press.
Bo Gentry with the basketball, stolen away by Cody John with numbers. Down they go. Gino
Traveled.
took too many steps. I think he was expecting, it was kind of a tricky move by Bo Gentry. He was expecting Gentry to go up, and he didn't. And then Gino took the extra step.
Yeah, Luscondo just got happy feet that time. South Sevier dodged a bullet there.
So Bo Gentry with the basketball now at the inbound. Has the dribble. Full court press by Wasatch Academy to Trevor Jones. Jones able to get it to Bigelow across half court. Now to Heath. Gentry around the arc to go. Peterson, 6:13 to play in the second. Down low. Bigelow, hook shot is in, a good, and a foul. There we go, the first field goal of the game. Colton Bigelow, the left-handed baby hook.
Colton got Navikas that time on his hip. Comes to that left hand. Nice start for Colton.
So he will go to the line, see if he can make this a three-point play. 24-3 is your score, brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah and Wingers. Free throw is up and rattles around the rim, and another missed one from the line. It stays 24-3. Wasatch Academy, here they come. Luscondo finds Fletcher. Fletcher with it, back to Luscondo, ball movement, inside, outside, ball stolen away, taken away by Trevor Jones, and Bigelow teaming up for that steal.
And Navikas couldn't get his hands on it, kind of bobbled it around, a little pinball action. South Sevier comes up with it.
Dyson Heath down the court, able to find Trevor. With it in the left wing, Trevor will come in, kick out, finds Gentry. Gentry at top of the key. Peterson down low behind the defense, shot is up and blocked. It made it to the rim, but Wasatch got a piece on it from Baptiste. Now they're back down the floor in transition. Baptiste is able to swing it in for two.
Went court to court in less than 5 seconds, and Wasatch extends that lead back out to 23.
26-3 is the score.
You know, with Muhammad out of the game, they can challenge down low, and Colton Bigelow does and scores.
He gets his fourth point of the game off that field goal in the paint. 26-5, Wasatch. Gino airs a three, airballed it out of bounds. Wasatch saves it though. Nope, now the ball goes out. Should be South Sevier basketball, and it is. It was a good effort by Navikas. He elevated us, flinging it over his head behind his back, but it went too much muscle and out of bounds.
Yeah, and so, you know, Fletcher's over there saying it went off Dyson Heath. Dyson Heath kind of said it didn't, so all that matters is the guy in the stripes, right?
And he said it went off Fletcher. So it's going to be South Sevier basketball. They get it across half court. Heath goes to Jones. Jones drives in, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be on the court. So Trevor Jones to the line for 1-and-1. See if they can hit some free throws now.
Yeah,
4:54 to play in the second.
Coach Parsons, obviously, with Muhammad out, they're going to attack the middle, trying to attack the lanes. You know, with the foul shots, you know, they've missed 5. It's 26-10. Trevor hits the first.
26-6. The score now. That update brought to you by Robinson Transport and Sevier Valley Hospital. Still 4:54 to play in the game. 19 fouls for Wasatch Academy. 5 for South Sevier as Trevor hits the second. 26-7, cuts the lead to 19. Kobe McEwen left side to Fletcher. Up top to Luscondo. John, right wing. Cody will come back out. Gino launches a three, and a good. Gino Luscondo for downtown, the triple.
Straight away, 22 feet, straight down the barrel.
4:35 to play in the game. Sorry, 4:35 to play in the second period. Bounce right side, stolen by Cody John. Wasatch Academy down the court, slam it home. In transition, Kobe McEwen, the one-handed elevation.
Boy, his elbow is above the rim on that dunk.
31-7, the athleticism of Wasatch Academy. Trevor Jones drives in, pulls up a jumper, left side elbow, sinks it in. Fadeaway jumper, left elbow is good.
What a shot by TJ. That's 4 consecutive points for the junior guard. Boy, he is a good athlete, isn't he?
He is. He's phenomenal. Got a great handle on the ball. He's now on the defensive end and a charge. Is that no block call? They're going to hit Trevor.
They're going to give Luscondo the basket and one.
So going to the line is Gino.
And that's 3 fouls on Trevor Jones.
Still in the second period. He'll be coming out. 3:53, or will he? Well, maybe not. Rhett Parsons made you leave him in.
Boy's looking at all his options, and right there with TJ with 3, none of them are real positive.
Free throw is good. That extends the lead, 34-9. No pressure this time from Wasatch Academy. They'll drop back into the 2-3 zone. Bo Gentry freely across half court. Goes to Heath, left side. Over to Peterson, right side. Back up top is Bo. 3:38 to play in the second. Time check done with the help of Utah Independent Bank and Andy's Market. 3 ball on the way from Heath. No good. Peterson on the rebound. Putback is up, and it's going to go in. A ball and a bucket for Peterson.
Great weak side rebound off the miss by Dyson Heath.
Driving in is McEwen. Nothing there. Shut down. Kicks it out. Luscondo takes the finger roll off the drive, though. He gets it, and then gets the steal on the inbound play and another 2 points. He just snuck that one away from South Sevier.
Boy, you just can't be lazy against Wasatch. You can't float a pass. Everything has to be done with purpose.
38-11 is your score. Wasatch making a statement. 2:53. Bo Gentry with it, left side, able to find Dyson Heath. Trevor Jones is fouled. No, travels. Trevor Jones takes the extra step at the free throw line, trying to pivot around, and they call it that way. Goes back to Wasatch Academy.
Interesting right now, South Sevier with Trevor Jones on the floor with almost 2 minutes to go, a little over 2 minutes, 3 personal fouls.
2:39 to play. Cody John for the Tigers. Now up top to McEwen. Right side. Now inside to Baptiste. Loses the ball, picks it up, kick out. Fletcher for 3. Off the front rim, no good. And a rebound foul off of Alex Baptiste.
Good job, Colton Bigelow. Got the inside position. Baptiste kind of goes over his back. That's the 10th team foul on Wasatch. South Sevier will shoot 2, the remaining 2:26 in the second.
38-11 is your score.
We're going to have to call over to Chief Johnny Evans and see if we can get a curfew waiver.
Yeah,
this game's we're going to have some young people violating curfew by the time this one's over.
Already at 10 after.
Blackburn back in, and now Trevor Jones will take a break.
Bigelow to the line, hit the first free throw, has one more coming. Colton will dribble, Colton will launch, Colton will hit. 2:26 to play in the second, 38-13. That score update brought to you by Stalling Sheet Metal and Tom Dykes Insurance. Back comes Luscondo, launches a 3, no good. Another box out, another rebound by Colton Bigelow.
Great job. He got Baptista, kind of gave him a good lower leg presence on that box out and pushed him away from the basket.
You know, Bigelow's having a solid game down low against these big guys.
He really has, and he's got his hands full, but he's holding his own right now.
To the corner is Blackburn. Blackburn, a floater from the right elbow is no good. Rebounded by Wasatch Academy's Gino Luscondo. Luscondo will go to Fletcher. Dribbles between his legs. Good move, but kicks it out. Now driving in, kick out Cody John to the free throw line. Steps back. Clock hits 1:40. John, McEwen, down low to Luscondo. Kick it over back to McEwen for 2. Ball movement inside the paint that time, and it's 38-13.
I don't know how he got that pass in there. That was just a bullet. Kind of a little hook pass down low. McEwen lays it in.
Here's Dyson Heath for the Rams with 1:22 to play before halftime. It'll be our Southern Utah University halftime show as Gentry has the basketball. Goes to Peterson, right side, back to Gentry. Now left side is Heath. Gentry wants a 3, can't get it, but again, getting behind the defense is Colton Bigelow. Giving 2 more and a hook shot left side.
And a good pass that time, interior pass for South Sevier.
Cody John drives in, pushes off.
Offensive foul, Cody Johns, that's his 3rd.
Slate Blackburn on the defense.
Boy, Slate in the play-in game at Orem High School drew 5 offensive fouls. He just drew another big one. So both Trevor Jones, Cody Johns with 3 for their respective teams.
Cody Johns going to check out of the game. Take a seat. Under a minute to play before half. It's 40-15 your current score now. That check brought to you by Mount Pleasant City, where Wasatch Academy hails from, and also Mason Machinery. Left elbow is Blackburn. Dumps it off to Gentry. Gentry top of the court. Clock hits 42 seconds. Gentry with the dribble. Picks it up. Left side is Heath. Back to Gentry. 35 seconds. Peterson dumps it off. Inside. Gentry up top. Drives in elbow. Kick out. Peterson open look for three and takes it. It's going to be short, but Gentry gets underneath for the rebound. No good on the putback. And Wasatch Academy comes down with it. Quickly down the floor. Here's Gino on the other end. Shot is up. Good and a foul. They're going to give Gino Luscondo the and one. He's going to the line.
Boy, he just released on that shot. Dyson Heath on the foul.
So quick down the court. That was a full court pass. As Gino just saw the rebound coming and just took off.
They're going to give that foul to Garrett Peterson for South Sevier.
Clock stopped at 19 seconds, 42-15. Dribble, shot, no good, missed the free throw. South Sevier rebound with 15 seconds to go. Quickly down the court trying to find Heath, and it's knocked out of bounds by Wasatch Academy. Gino the last to touch.
Kind of almost into the Wasatch student section, which isn't near as big as it was yesterday.
Not quite there, no. Inbound play to Blackburn. Clock hits 10 seconds. Wasatch Academy picks up the defense at half court. 5 seconds. Stolen away by Wasatch Academy. 2 seconds down the court. Whistle. Stepped on the line. It's going to be South Sevier basketball. Clock is stopped at 1.3. They'll inbound at midcourt here. Not much time to work with, but you can throw it in, get a dribble if you need to, and put up a jumper. But Wasatch is going to play right with them. Half court pressure. They go deep down to Bigelow. He gets it under the basket. Oh, and just off the rim. It didn't go. What a pass down low from Gentry to Bigelow, and that shot just hung on the rim and didn't quite drop in. It's 42-15. Tigers up comfortably. Southern Utah University halftime show coming up 3 minutes right now.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Terry R. Brothers Excavating and TRB Rock Products offers aggregate products for any of your road construction needs, including road base and a selection of crushed rock products. TRB Rock Products also has landscaping products like topsoil, reject sand, and an eye-catching red landscaping rock. They also do commercial and residential construction, basements, water lines, sewer lines, septic tanks, and perk tests. They are a licensed and insured company working in the Sanpete Valley for over 25 years. Get a free estimate today from Terry R. Brothers Excavating Incorporated. Call 462-3954.
Wasatch Academy is an independent international Utah boarding school where students grades 7 through 12 from across the U.S. and dozens of countries find their own unique ways of learning and living. Maintaining a highly attentive and supportive culture where students exchange global perspectives, the Academy employs a learning support philosophy to teaching, guiding each student to the individual ways he or she learns best. Wasatch Academy, pioneering teaching and learning since 1875. Wasatch Academy. Go to wasatchacademy.org.
Refurnish with your refund at Beck's Home Furnishings. Sofa and love seat sets start at just $6.99 for both. Rocker recliners begin at only $2.99. Ashley area rugs are on special for $69. And they also have many new occasional tables in beautiful colors to select from. If it's appliances you're looking for, they have those on sale too. Get an Amana washer and dryer pair for just $6.99 and save up to $700 off select refrigerators. Refurnish with your refund at Beck's Home Furnishings, 14 West Main in Mount Pleasant.
Sanpete Valley Realty is happy to sponsor the Wasatch Academy Tigers this sports season. Sanpete Valley Realty with associate broker Tiffany Tree and agent Todd Tree service all real estate, including residential, commercial, farm, ranch, industrial, and acreage investment property. They're always there for your real estate decisions to offer the caring assistance you deserve. Call Sanpete Valley Realty at 851-0471. Like them on Facebook or visit sanpetevalleyrealty.com.
Voted best of state for private schools in the state of Utah for 2 consecutive years, Wasatch Academy's student body represents 36 countries and 28 states. Has your student decided what to do this summer? Benefit from Wasatch Academy's distinctive combination of summer program offerings. Raft the Grand Canyon during our Nature Riders course. Make your own film in the International Filmmaking Symposium. Study robotics and computer game design. Or create your own music in the Studio Music Production class. Wasatch Academy, pioneering teaching and learning since 1875. Visit wasatchacademy.org.
This is Central Utah's sports leader.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center for your Southern Utah University halftime show. Southern Utah University, where you get involved in your education and experience more. 42-15 is your SUU halftime score. Wasatch Academy currently well ahead of the South Sevier Rams. Winner of this game going to go on to play in the state championship matchup tomorrow, with the loser dropping down to play in the consolation championship. Curtis, something special just took place at halftime that our South Sevier fans will appreciate, and anyone from the Sevier County area. Down in Monroe, award was just given to a longtime couple of two longtime supporters of high school basketball.
Well, they should have got an award for being married for over 50 years, but we teased with this at halftime. But Rob Cuff, the director of Utah High School Activities Association, just presented a very prestigious Super Fan Award to Ralph and Linda Iyer, and a well-deserved award for a lot of decades of great contribution to service in athletics in the area. You know, they were able to have their family down here, Jason and Mickey Webb, Kira Iyer, and Jaden Webb, and Stephen Laurie Iyer, their kids. Ralph's brother, Harold and Elaine Iyer, were here. What a great presentation to recognize them for their contribution. Super Fan of the Year.
You know, you won't go to an event in basketball or a lot of sports, especially here at the Sevier Valley Center, and not see them volunteering. In fact, they're usually here all day through the whole tournament, and they usually do a fantastic job at the score table.
And on top of that, Ralph travels with the South Sevier boys team. Linda travels with the girls team. All those long road trips. And right now we got the South Sevier
Sensations, state champs themselves.
Wow.
Doing a little routine for us. So we're going to take a break from our Southern Utah University halftime show. We'll take a look at this game and some scoring stats when we come back in 3 minutes.
Are you tired of your old, dirty, smoky, inefficient wood-burning stove? Then now is the time to take advantage of huge promotions on all wood and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning are taking old stoves out of service and offering customers that you up to $300 towards the purchase of a new stove or fireplace. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning in Mount Pleasant. Give them a call, 462-3152. That's 462-3152.
Tom Dykes Insurance and Appraisal in Mount Pleasant is your trusted independent agent who can shop for the best rates from Hartford, Progressive, Travelers, Safeco, and many others. You'll find the same excellent service and friendly staff to help with home, auto, and fire coverage. Tom Dykes Insurance also provides real estate service. They can appraise your property and offers FHA-approved appraisals. Tom Dykes Insurance and Appraisal, 590 South State in Mount Pleasant. Call 462-2844. That's 462-2844. The Mount Pleasant City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Wasatch Academy Tigers this sports season. They would like to wish the team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition and molding the future leaders of the world. Mount Pleasant City wants all involved to know they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Tiger sports booster. Mount Pleasant City, go Tigers.
Affordable.
Fun.
Cutting edge.
Progressive.
Creative.
Fulfilling.
Energetic.
Innovative.
Passionate.
Inviting.
With compound rankings by CNN Money, bestschools.org, Washington Monthly, and the Aspen Institute, Snow College is the #1 college in the nation.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence. Visit snow.edu.
Winners always seem to find a way to gain an advantage. You should gain an advantage in life by preparing with an education at Southern Utah University. Each student builds their own personal experience at SUU to prepare them for their unique future. They are guided, coached, and encouraged by gifted faculty and staff who offer personal attention to each student's experience. Enjoy the education that gives you a winning edge. Get the experience of a lifetime at Southern Utah University.
Legendary NBA coach Phil Jackson once said, yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Make your kids' education a priority. Find out what you can do. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and promoting excellence in education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
Duke Dance, Curtis Marsh on KSBC for your Southern Utah University halftime show. It's an education designed to give you a memorable experience. Look at Southern Utah University and experience more. Proud sponsors of our halftime show. We're going to take a look at some scoring stats, but first we got to give a shout out to our stat man, Brad James. He does a fantastic, I don't know how he does it, Curtis. He's so good at this stuff because he can do, he's on Twitter all the time. He does social media along with keeping stats on this game, and I've even seen him watch another game on the computer while he's doing the stats for this game here at the SBC, and he somehow pulls it off.
Amazing. He's doing the stats for the Enterprise game watching ESPN. Boy, amazing. Thanks, Brad. We appreciate it. Let's go over some stats right now. You know, we talked about South Sevier held Cody John to 5 and Yusuf Muhammad to 2. Unfortunately, Gino Lusconda and Kobe McEwen went off for 35 combined.
Some of the stats, team stats that jump right out to me is for South Sevier, 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Haven't hit a free-point on those 7 attempts. And the free throw percentage got better, but it's still not that great. 5 out of 12, only shooting 42% from the line right now with Rams.
The bright spot, Colton Bigelow with 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 defensive, and 8 points. Also, Trevor Jones with 5, Garrett Peterson with 2, and that's 15 points for South Sevier, running down the scoring we've done already for Wasatch Academy with the score of 42-15. That's pretty much our stats for the game.
So if you're South Sevier, you're going to come out in this game, you're in a big hole. You know that you're outsized, you're just outmanned in this game. But if I know anything about the South Sevier Rams, I know that they're going to come out and continue to battle. There's no question about it.
They are. That's a coach, a tradition in South Sevier basketball, and their tradition is great. And these kids have, advanced to the semifinals, something we probably didn't think they'd get early, and it's a testament to their hard work. But, they had their hands full, we know that. And I look over and I see some of these Enterprise kids, and watching this Wasatch Academy team, that big victory about an hour ago has probably been forgotten right now as they watch the speed that they'll face if Wasatch Academy holds on to win this game.
That's right. It's going to be Enterprise and, as you said, Wasatch. If they hold on, that's going to be the championship game at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. The loser of this one will play South Summit in the Consolation Championship at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Also, you have Emory at Parowan for that 5th place spot tomorrow morning at 11:40. And just another reminder, in the 2A bracket, the championship game will be North Sevier and Enterprise at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening for the state championship in 2A basketball. The Consolation Championship is going to be a battle between South Sevier and Gunnison in that one. For 3rd place and 4th place, that's going to begin at 1:20. And then for that final 5th place finish, you have South Summit and Emory in the 2A girls bracket here at the Sevier Valley Center. That's going to wrap up the Southern Utah University halftime show. They have a curriculum deliberately built to focus on your experience. Go to suu.edu and see how you can experience more. That's suu.edu. That'll take us to the end of halftime. 2 more periods of basketball to play. It's 42-15. Tigers on top over the Rams.
Foul trouble, just 2. Cody Johns and Trevor Jones, both with 3. Possession will favor South Sevier. South Sevier in the black and kind of road uniforms, and Wasatch Academy, the designated home team, white, orange trim.
South Sevier will have the basketball to open up the half as they swap ends of the floor. Peterson with it down low, right side corner, goes to Gentry. Up top, Gentry to Trevor Jones, right elbow. Spins around, no pivot foot. Still has the dribble, but doesn't take it. Instead, just passes out behind him 15 seconds into the half. Baker with it now, left side. To Bigelow, back to Baker. Gentry, they'll go around the arc. Bigelow, left side corner, 7:33. Bigelow's going to drive in, working against Muhammad, but goes back out. South Sevier moving the ball around, but being very patient. Bounce pass inside to Bigelow. Shot is up off the glass. No good. Just couldn't finish. But a good backdoor cut by Bigelow.
And an excellent pass by Alex Baker, but South Sevier comes up empty.
McEwen for three on the other end is no good, and a rebound foul over the back is the call. It's going to go against Gino Luscondo. As we mentioned, 22 points. Is that what he had in the first half?
22 points, and more impressively, 10 for 11 from the floor in that first two periods.
Just hitting them as Wasatch Academy will come out in the full court press after the foul. South Sevier is able to break it. They have Bigelow. Right side Peterson, Trevor Jones, who's going to post up, fire a shot in from the elbow, and it's going to drop in. He leaned in to get the contact. Not enough to draw the foul, but he gets the bucket to sink.
Great body control by Trevor Jones, and Trevor now has 7.
McEwen goes to Muhammad, posts up baseline, going to be a whistle, and an offensive foul against Muhammad. Put his shoulder down, they're going to call that charge.
Colton Bigelow kind of drew that. He kind of, as he got the pressure, he just kind of yielded. I thought they were going to call it travel, but that's his third foul. So Wasatch with 2 players with 3.
6:42 to play in the third period. Wasatch will continue to press. They get the ball down to Bigelow, do the Rams, back out to Gentry. Gentry, Baker, open look for 3 is no good. Wasatch will tip the rebound out, but South Sevier comes down with it. Trevor Jones has the ball. Bo Gentry, Peterson, he has an open look 3, right angle, that one's in. Garrett Peterson, triple right side, 42-20.
And Garrett was calling for the ball. He was feeling it that time. They rewarded him with the skip pass and a 3-point shot.
Alex Baptiste tries to answer, no good. South Sevier has the bodies there to get the rebound. Bo Gentry with it. 42-20. Gentry to Baker. Clock hits 6 minutes. 2 team fouls for the Tigers, 0 for the Rams. Gentry to TJ. Peterson will drive in baseline, and he was looking for Bigelow, but Bigelow came off the baseline,
He did.
and the pass goes out of bounds.
Luscondo kind of bailed him out because that was a turnover, but he knocked it out of bounds.
So it's going to stay with the Rams on their end of the court. Gentry will inbound here for the Rams. Goes up top to Baker. Bounce back to Gentry baseline. Now up top to Trevor Jones. Clock hits 5:45. Tigers up 42-20. Bo Gentry in the right wing. To Peterson. Down low is Bigelow. Pivots around, gives it back to Peterson. To the line. Trevor gets a good feed to Gentry. Can't get it to go. Back to Trevor. And the ball's loose on the court. Back out Peterson. Rams still hold the basketball.
Good hustle that time by the Rams. Picking up the loose ball.
5:15 to play. Rams still have it on this possession. South Sevier holding, Wasatch back in the zone, a 2-3. Bo Gentry will pick up the dribble in the front court, go to Peterson, right wing. Peterson back to Gentry. Clock hits 5 minutes. Baker now with it. Looking down low for Bigelow, but he's covered by Luscondo.
Very deliberate right now, South Sevier. Had the ball for about close to a minute now.
Just trying to find a seam, find a hole, something they can pick at. Gentry fires a jumper, elbow, is going to go up, hit the high backboard and drop down, no good. McEwen on the rebound, Kobe down the court, fires it out. Gino for 3, short off the rim, no good. Alex Baker gets the rebound for South Sevier.
Baker kind of like an Energizer bunny. He just brings energy. South Sevier very slow now, deliberate. Down 22.
Baker has the ball left side, gives it up to Trevor. Trevor has the dribble, can't get it to go though. It has Baker back out left wing. TJ. Gentry for 3, right side, off the back iron, no good. Big rebound by Gino Luscondo as he boxed out. Is able to find McEwen down the court. McEwen is able to give it to Baptiste. Baptiste was coming in the lane, and he hammers it down with the 2-hand slam.
Boy, just a great flush, great pass that time by McEwen.
44-20. 3:46 to play in the third period. Baker with it for the Rams. Time is ticking with 3:39 to play in the third. In the front court is Gentry. Goes to Peterson, back to Gentry. And Peterson tries to bounce it inside of TJ, but it's stolen away by Muhammad. Youssef with the steal. He goes to McEwen, down the court. McEwen now, open look, 3, right wing, off the mark, rolls around the rim, knocked it around out of bounds, off of Wasatch Academy. South Sevier gets it.
Good battle that time by Luscondo and Trevor Jones. Ball out of bounds, South Sevier. we're going to have a Justin Satley for the first time tonight, number 11 for South Sevier, and Garrett Peterson will take a break. We didn't see Justin at all in the quarterfinal game against Parowan.
No, we didn't. Made his first appearance today.
Just a junior.
So the Rams do have the basketball. They'll get Bo Gentry across half court, 3:08 to play in the third. Gentry drives in, loses the dribble, stolen away. Here comes the Wasatch Tigers. McEwen down the court. Pivots around, spins in the paint, goes up and is fouled. Shot's not going to go down, wasn't able to get it up, but he is going to be fouled on the shot, I believe, and McEwen's going to go to the line. Hold is the call. And Kobe, 2 from the stripe.
Bo Gentry with his third, so both Trevor Jones and Bo Gentry with 3 for South Sevier.
2:59 to play. That's the first foul of the half. Team foul for the Rams.
Kind of interesting what Gino does with Muhammad. You know, usually you get your big guy down on the block to pick up a offensive rebound on a missed foul shot, but they put him down at the other end of the court.
Free throw was made by Kobe.
But when you got athletes like Luscondo and Baptiste, you can do that, can't you?
Oh, yeah, you bet. One more coming for McEwen from the line. Clock sits 2:59 in the third. McEwen hits the second free throw, and Wasatch is going to be in the full court press. Maybe that's why they kept Muhammad back as they go into that press. Bo Gentry with the basketball gets trapped, but goes to Trevor Jones. Now Trevor loses the basketball, and the Tigers have it. Lob it over. Pass underneath, and stolen away by Trevor Jones, and then knocked out of his hands by Cody John.
Good quick hands by TJ, just reached in there and took that ball away.
John will knock it out of bounds, and TJ will inbound baseline, and it looks like Wasatch Academy is going to remain in the press here. They do to Baker on the inbound play. Back to Trevor. Trevor pivots around, has the ball on the dribble. Down the court, South Sevier with numbers. Trying to bounce it down low to Bigelow, but it's stolen away by Muhammad. Hard to get the pass around those guys down low.
And they had a 3-on-2 fast break after they beat the pressure, but the quickness prevails.
Cody John drives in. There's going to be a whistle. I believe that's on South Sevier.
You give that to Justin Satley? No, they gave that. That's the fourth to Trevor Jones.
Oh, man, tough foul.
Wow. Slate Blackburn will have to give him a break.
Yep, Trevor forced to come out with 2:24 to play in the third. 46-20, again, your score. It's going to be Wasatch Academy basketball down low baseline, left side of the backboard. Tigers inbound. John open look for 3, but doesn't take it. Just been quiet on the evening. Dumps it off to Muhammad on the post. He dribbles, kick out back to John. John will cross over, dribble between his legs. Back to Muhammad. Up, and Muhammad can't get it to go. There's going to be a whistle. Muhammad's fouled. He's going to go down and will walk up to the free throw line. He gets 2. He tried to just dunk that one in.
Colton Bigelow doing everything he could to kind of try to block that shot, but he's given up about 8 inches. Muhammad hits the ground hard. Bigelow reaches down, extends a hand, pulls him up.
Second personal foul rather. Or actually, they give the foul to Baker. It's the second personal. 13 fouls. The first free throw is missed. No good. One more coming. Score remains 46-20. 2:08 to play in the third. Shot is good. That time by Muhammad. And Wasatch will remain in the full court press. Bo Gentry with the basketball trying to find an outlet. He does. Gets to Blackburn across half court. Blackburn picks up the dribble. Trapped in the corner. Able to find Satley down low. Satley back to Gentry. 1:54 to play. Baker with the basketball now for the Rams. Dumps it off to Bo Gentry. Gentry bounces to Satley. Right side elbow. Pivots around. Can't get the dribble off. He has to get rid of the basketball. And does. Bo Gentry now left side. Satley open for 3. Can't get the shot off the time, though it closed in on him. Goes to Baker instead. Now Gentry top of the court in the front. 1:31 on the clock. Bounce to Baker. Baker left side. Dribble. Stops. Right, Gentry. Bigelow corner. Has the dribble. Tries to come in baseline. Dribbles off of his knee. Out of bounds. Oh, but last touch by Wasatch Academy. So the Rams will keep it.
That was because it looked like it was off South Sevier, didn't it?
Yeah. Of course, we're a long ways away. Ref had a lot better angle than I did. Inbound play to Satley. Bobbled around and taken away by the Tigers. Tigers with numbers. Cody John. Back up in good. Backhand layup by McEwen. Give him a 2 more. 49-20. So fast in transition.
Boy, 2-on-1 break, and South Sevier Had no chance on that one.
Driving in is Bo Gentry. Able to get down low. Blackburn, open look off the glass. In and good. Blackburn stuck behind the D, and he gets 2 points, 49-22.
That slight challenges Muhammad right there to the glass.
Cody John crossed over 3, airball out of bounds, and it's going to be South Sevier basketball. Not something you see often from John, a shot like that.
Cody John's hearing it from the crowd. I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen a semifinal game like this with less emotion right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a little dead here, isn't it?
It's kind of like church.
Especially with the semifinal game that we just came from, that overtime match.
Yeah, because that was really a lot of electricity in that.
It was loud, both crowds into it. Here's Alex Baker for the Rams to Bigelow. Down low, able to find Blackburn. Blackburn launches it up, no good, but a whistle, and I believe it's going to be against Muhammad.
That's going to be his 4th. Good box out by Colton. Colton's had a solid game. Good shot by Slate Blackburn, just came off. And as a positive note, South Sevier, you know, they're returning everybody but Bo Gentry. So they can bring back a team with some experience. And
18.9 seconds to go in the third. South Sevier basketball inbound to Satley. Now to Blackburn. He'll dribble. Back to Baker. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. South Sevier going to hold and go for the last shot of the period. Baker to Gentry. Now the ball stolen away. Whistle. And a South Sevier, or a Wasatch Academy player goes down. Kobe McEwen. Looked like he got tangled up and maybe twisted the knee. He is up and seems to be okay, though. The whistle's going to go against South Sevier as McEwen came in for the steal. And
him and Baker looked like they kind of got an arm locked, and then as they rolled over, kind of like a wrestling move, they just somersaulted right over each other. Fortunately, Cody's not hurt.
Well, they do get the foul actually to Kobe.
Oh, that's not. You know, it was hard to call that. Both.
Baker launches a long three at the buzzer. Is going to be well short. And that'll take us to the end of the third period. One more to go. 49-22 is your current score. Back here in 1 minute.
For generations, students have chosen Wasatch Academy because of the unique experience it affords. Your students may likewise benefit from the distinctive combination of 4 key features: personalized learning, outdoor and out-of-the-classroom exploration, a global campus, tight-knit residential community. Founded in 1875, Wasatch Academy continues to provide a nurturing community that empowers young men and women, preparing them for college and for the challenges of living in the 21st century. Pioneering teaching and learning since 1875, wasatchacademy.org.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Your connection for high school sports.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Start of the 4th period in this game. It's the Wasatch Academy Tigers ahead of the South Sevier Rams in the semifinal matchup by a score of 49-22. It's going to be Tiger basketball to open up the period. Cody John will get the inbound for the Tigers at half court. Takes a dribble up the center of the floor. Finds McEwen in the left wing. McEwen drives in. He's going to post up a shot. Rolls it in. No good. Rebounded by Wasatch. Put back. No good. And it's Satley on the board for South Sevier. And then a whistle. It's going to go against Wasatch Academy. And Rams will keep it.
Good rebound by Justin Satley that time.
So South Sevier basketball.
You know, they seem, to me, Wasatch even more deadly when they have Mohammed and they go to this smaller lineup.
They're in the full court press. The ball's knocked out of bounds off of Wasatch. Stays with South Sevier. Satley will inbound in front of the Rams student section in the front court. Able to find Bo Gentry. As we're going to see Trevor Jones check back into the game with 4 fouls. Baker up top. Gentry right wing. 7:25 to play in the game. Gentry bounces. Able to find Blackburn. Good move in the paint. Shot up. No good, but a foul. Goes against Fletcher for Wasatch Academy. We'll see 2 shots from Slate Blackburn. He's really come along the past week and a half or two.
I really don't think Fletcher thought that Blackburn would go to his left hand on that drop step to the left, but quick move by Slate, drew the foul.
Free throw on the way off the left side. Doesn't hit as Trevor Jones checks in. He'll come in for Baker. 7:19 to play in the game. One more free throw from the line for Slate Blackburn. Dribble, shot, that one drops in. 49-23. Tiger basketball now. Cody John comes across half court. Looks to Geno Smith, the bench, head coach for the Tigers. Gets a play call. Now they'll set the offense. Down low as Baptiste turns around, kicks out the ball now, driving in Luscondo, nothing there. Kobe McEwen will travel. He had it around the three-point arch, took too many steps, turns it over.
He got caught between taking a three-point shot and driving to the basket, and somewhere in the middle he traveled.
7 minutes to play in the game, 49-23. Trevor Jones bounces across half court. Now back to Jones. Jones is going to drive in, pulls up a high jumper, kisses off the glass, doesn't go. Ball's loose. Jones dives for it, and a timeout taken by South Sevier as Jones had it on the ground. And so Rhett Parsons will call the time to keep the possession of the ball. 49-23, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Terry R. Brothers Excavating and TRB Rock Products offers aggregate products for any of your road construction needs, including road base and a selection of crushed rock products. TRB Rock Products also has landscaping products like topsoil, reject sand, and an eye-catching red landscaping rock. They also do commercial and residential construction, basements, water lines, sewer lines, septic tanks, and perk tests. They are a licensed and insured company working in the Sanpete Valley for over 25 years. Get a free estimate today from Terry R. Brothers Excavating Incorporated. Call 462-3954.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
6 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this game. It's 49-23. Duke Dance, Curtis Marsh with you live at the Sevier Valley Center in this boys 2A semifinal matchup between the Tigers and Rams. It's going to be the Ram basketball coming out of the timeout. They'll inbound to Trevor Jones. Trevor will have it in the left wing. Hands off to Satley, and Satley will travel and hands it right back over to the Tigers.
Kind of an unforced error that time. Changed his pivot foot.
6:42 to play in this game. Tiger basketball. Muhammad on the post with it. Dumps it out to Cody John. John with the dribble, drives in, kick out, three from Luscondo is good. Gino Luscondo having a career night, another three from the left wing.
Boy, he's just tough. Elevates, he can take you to the glass, he can shoot from outside.
South Sevier trying to break the press. They do. They're able to find Blackburn in the left wing. He drives in, loses the dribble, picks up the basketball. Tough defense is on him. He gets rid of it, able to find Satley, and the offense will reset with Gentry up top. Gentry tries to toss it in, and it's knocked backward by McEwen. Gentry able to track it down, comes back across the front court. Here's Bigelow to Trevor. Spins around, kick out, Gentry, jumper from the free throw line is in. Bo Gentry for two.
Big shot by the senior.
Here comes,
kind of hung there.
Here comes Cody John, drives in, kick out, Luscondo, another three, left side corner, too strong. Rebounded by Wasatch Academy. Tigers have the basketball, Baptiste on the board. Traveling that time was Gino Luscondo. And it's 52-25. 5:35 to play in the fourth. 5 team fouls for Wasatch Academy, 3 team fouls for South Sevier at this point in the game. As we're a minute and a half away from the midpoint of the fourth period. Crossover for Bo Gentry. Long pass, now Gentry for three, and it's blocked by Luscondo. Ball's loose on the court. South Sevier's going to come up with it. They're able to get it down to Trevor. Trevor posts up, shot off the glass, too strong, no good. Rebound is taken away by Wasatch Academy. They're in transition. Here comes McEwen. Drives in, off the glass, no good, but the putback by Muhammad is missed as well. And
Colton Bigelow skies for the rebound for the Rams.
Yeah.
Good job for Colton Bigelow.
And a whistle on the other end. Trevor Jones is fouled by Luscondo. He thought he had an open look at the steal, but he made a lot of contact, knocked Trevor Jones over.
Just the 6th foul for Wasatch.
Third personal going against Gino.
Boy, Wasatch, your team, you just can never take a break from. You can't take that deep breath because they're going to come around and knock the ball out from behind.
Ram basketball. Top of the court is Bo Gentry, drives in, good move, hanging in the air, shot hangs on the rim, doesn't go. Muhammad on the rebound, a big board for the 6'9 center. Back comes Luscondo, dishes off, good feed underneath to Alex Baptiste for 2. And that's what they do in transition.
When Trevor Jones got knocked down for his efforts down there, no call.
54-25, 4:28 to play in the game. Going to see Fletcher check back in for Wasatch Academy. Ram basketball, Trevor Jones finds an open seam in the lane, finger roll layup, drops in, 54-27.
Challenges Muhammad. Muhammad in foul trouble.
4:10 to go in the game. Wasatch Academy will pass the ball around the arc this time. Quick fire three, left wing, and a good. Who other than Gino Luscondo, another triple left side.
Boy, he's going to go over 30 tonight.
Under 4 to play, 3:57.
22 at halftime.
Here's Bigelow with the basketball for the Rams, left wing. Bounces up top to Dyson Heath in the front court, who goes to Jones, top of the key. He'll pivot around, drive in, elbow, pull back, nothing there. Now gets a nice pass down low, shot by Blackburn is no good, missed, rebounded by McEwen. Wasatch in transition. Now they slow down. Cody John dumps it out to Muhammad. Muhammad kicked out. Luscondo, another three, right wing. That one's missed. Rebound is loose, batted. South Sevier is going to have it. Coming up with a loose ball was Blackburn. Blackburn down the court. Tries to do something fancy and bounce it down to Trevor Jones. Might have just been able to go up with it there, and the ball's out of bounds.
Boy, they had numbers that time. Started off to be a 3-on-1. It ended up a 3-on-2 as Wasatch Academy's quickness caught back out. We're going to have Josh Howell checking in for the first time tonight for South Sevier. Nice, solid game by Colton Bigelow tonight.
Yeah, played well. Had a good first half, especially. 3:15 to play in the fourth. It's 57-27. Tigers on their way to another state championship game. The defending state champs looking for back-to-back. Driving in is Baptiste, gets it to go down the lane. 3 minutes to play.
Stutter step in the paint. Hung there in the air and scored.
59-27. 16 fouls for the Tigers, 3 for the Rams. Ram basketball, crossing over is Heath. Heath loses control of the dribble, out of bounds. Trying to work against Andrew Fletcher.
Bo Gentry's going to take a seat, the senior for South Sevier.
Coy Barton will check in for him. We'll also see Navikas back in for Wasatch Academy. Here comes Gino. Gino to the rim again. Reverse layup is no good. Hung in the air, got caught in the corner of the rim, left side.
They're going to call Josh Howell for his first.
And that will put Gino on the line for 2 here. Clock is stopped at 2:38, 59-27. That's your current score right now. Tigers on top. Free throw off the front rim and no good.
Andy Johnson in. Trevor Jones will take a set. And South Sevier is going to take a timeout here, Duke.
We'll take one with them. It's 2:38 to play in the game. 59-27. Wasatch Academy on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wasatch Academy is an independent international Utah boarding school where students grades 7 through 12 from across the U.S. and dozens of countries find their own unique ways of learning and living. Maintaining a highly attentive and supportive culture where students exchange global perspectives, the Academy employs a learning support philosophy to teaching, guiding each student to the individual ways he or she learns best. Wasatch Academy, pioneering teaching and learning since 1875. Wasatch Academy. Go to wasatchacademy.org.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader.
And we're back at the Sevier Valley Center. The semifinal matchup drawing to a close. Gino is on the line for Wasatch Academy. It's 59-27, your current score, with the Tigers on top. Number of substitutions into the game for South Sevier. Getting some younger players on the court for some playing time. And coming down the floor for South Sevier is Josh Howell. He'll have it, right side, goes to Coy Barton in the front court. Clock is 2:25. Barton has the ball stolen away from him. Gino, he's going down, crosses over. Good move for Gino and puts it in.
Boy, what a super game. He's just been Superman tonight for Wasatch Academy.
It'll be interesting to see the stats on Luscondo tonight. He may be approaching 40 even.
Coy Barton, Dyson Heath, Slate Blackburn, Josh Howell, Andy Johnson, on the floor for the Rams.
Blackburn goes into the lane. It goes up for the shot, has it swatted right out of his hands. back to Wasatch Academy. Here's Navikas for three. The big man from downtown doesn't get it to drop it. Oh, sorry, that's actually not Navikas that took it.
Boy, that's number 15 coming into the ball game, and that is Matt Western.
Matt Western on the attempt. South Sevier gets the rebound. Blackburn drives in baseline, stolen away by Luscondo. Once again, 1:37 to play in the game. Down the court, Wasatch fires another three, up and no good. Getting the tip to the rebound, Coy Barton, but stolen away by Gino. Gino steals the rebound, gets it to go, and the putback is good as well.
Wasatch trying to get Luscondo out of the game, couldn't get him out of the game. They do now with Andrew Fletcher.
So 63-27 is now your score. 1:27 to play in the game. And it is going to be Wasatch Academy in the state championship matchup tomorrow. They will face Enterprise for the title game. South Sevier will drop down to play South Summit in the consolation championship tomorrow.
We'll bring you to that game tomorrow.
South Sevier will take a three, and it's on the way, but missed. Off the mark was Dyson Heath, rebounded by Wasatch Academy. Tigers are going to push the ball down the court. Here comes Fletcher. Fletcher for three. Nope, pulls it down in. Another three from the right corner is airballed and missed. South Sevier has the basketball off the rebound. And I think Andy Johnson has it.
They've given us a bad roster here because I think Andrew Fletcher is actually Bryson Langdon. What do you think?
Okay.
I don't know. We got two different rosters. Well, if Mrs. Fletcher's listening and Mrs. Langdon's listening, we apologize, but it makes no difference at this point, does it?
No, Tigers are going to walk away with this, and this is a foul on the other end. Blackburn on the line for the Rams on a 1-on-1. Will miss the first. Now under 45 seconds to play. Tigers down the court. Shot no good. Put back no good. Rams on the rebound. The board pulled in by Josh Howell. 33 seconds to play. Coy Barton to Dyson Heath in the right wing. Heath gives it up to Blackburn, 25 seconds. Around the arc, they'll play. Passing the ball down low to Howe. Howe gets under the basket, tries to go up and blocked. Just swatted right out of there by Navikas.
Said we're not going to have any of that. You got to pay the toll. You come into the paint. Good job by August.
18 seconds to play now. High pass. Going up top, South Sevier basketball. Barton drives in, kicks out to Howell, or dishes to Howell underneath. His put in is no good.
It's a good pass by Barton, but now Wasatch Academy can just run this out with 5 seconds.
Yep, down to 3, 2, 1, and there's the buzzer. 63-27 your final. Wasatch Academy in the state championship game. South Sevier playing the consolation tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back in 2 minutes.